How's it, guys? I'm Philip. This is Morland, and this is the NFT show.
And it's
Freestyle
yeah,
Fridays.
it's Freestyle Friday. You got to get a little more excited. It must have been a long week.
I need that hat. I need the hat and
Your
the.
party hat, yeah.
Yeah, I should keep it here. So get a little prop
every
section.
every Friday, yeah. Pull out the props, get the hype
Yeah, for
going.
sure, man. For sure, for sure. What's been happening? How's your week been?
uh, it's been long, but good. Been good. Can't
Good to be
complain.
at the end of it.
Exactly, yeah. So looking forward to a nice weekend, and yeah, can't complain. So, what about
Sure.
yourself?
Good, 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 good. Good, solid week. Biggest project of the year, if not ever, launched yesterday, the day before. I don't even know
What
what
day
day it
was
was. A
it?
few
Yeah,
days, a
Wednesday.
few
It
days
was
ago.
Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday.
In
It was
Invisible
all a
Friends,
blur.
my man.
It was
I
all a
mean, how can
blur.
we? Yeah, how can we forget or not talk about Invisible Friends? So wow. What a project, what a launch. Broke OpenSea, which is not too difficult. I reckon if I pushed OpenSea now, I'd break it. But yeah, quite incredible. 5,000 NFTs to a couple of lucky whitelisters, whitelist only mint price 0.25, which was very reasonable. Owner count is just insane. 4,500 out of 5,000 works out to 90% on the dot, which is just incredible. Floor price holding up quite nicely. 12,000 ETH volume
In two
traded
days, three
in
days.
pretty much 2 days. Was it
Yeah,
not Thursday? Yeah, under 2 days because it was
yeah.
midnight Wednesday my time, and it's now 9:30 Wednesday my time. So incredible. And I mean, if you just have a look here,
Look at the
um,
volume candles. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, man.
Everyone wants these things.
So it's definitely slowed down as far as purchases go. Which is normal. The big question now is how long are they going to keep everyone waiting for reveal? Because that will have
I heard it was 30 days. I heard it's a
so
full
so
month.
no, so they
Is
they
that
have
wrong?
they.
Okay.
I also heard that they
Okay.
put a notice in Discord yesterday, and they said that they were gonna that they're ready to go on the walking ones, but they just going through each and every PFP version because everyone is going to get a walking version and a PFP version of
Oh,
it, right?
that's
A
cool.
static. So
Yeah.
they're just going through the static ones because when you convert it from walking to static, there's tiny little errors and they want it to be perfect, but that they're making really good progress and they'll let everyone know in the next day or so. They said when they intend
Okay.
on revealing.
Good.
Um,
Good.
so yeah, I'm watching the floor price like an absolute hawk. I
Well,
got whitelist and I minted and I sold at the
the
top. I
absolute peak. You
pretty
like
much
hit the peak pretty much. Yeah.
pretty much
Crazy.
there was one sale bigger than mine, and then mine. I went in with the sole intention of selling immediately, really knowing that it does, as more supply comes in while it's minting, that the price does come down. And then I bought in again at 8 Ethereum. So I pocketed a good amount of ETH. I'd prefer not to say. And then I'm in it now, but I'm watching it quite carefully because, everyone's got their price and so do I. And, I've got to figure in mind the pre-reveal, if it gets there, that I would sell. And then I would try pick up again post-reveal because I really like this project. I do think that just like Twitter is allowing the static PFPs with the hex around it. It's just a matter of time before they allow GIF
Yeah.
PFPs, and this is going to be the board ape of GIF PFPs. There's no question.
Mhm.
Um, And when that news does come out, not if but when, and I don't know when, it's no one said anything that it's going to, but it's only normal that that's the next step. When that does come out, no matter what the price is, this is, these will go up, which is very interesting. But did you see what the auction one sold for?
It was 100 and something ETH, wasn't it? Or was
No,
it
it
more than
wasn't.
that?
It
No?
was just under 500 Ethereum.
Oh, shoot.
So here it is. Only one transaction, 497 Ethereum. On auction, they donated the full, I think it's about $1.5 million to charity. I don't know anything about who bought it. It is a really nice NFT. However, I would rather have a yacht personally. I don't
Yeah.
know, or whatever you get for one, a house, a
Oh,
car, and a yacht. I don't know. But apparently they also gave part of it was 5 invisible friends. So I know,
if
let's
you
say on
hold
average
those
10
and
ETH. So 50 ETH of that was for that. Look, someone's put in an offer for 1.5 ETH. I mean,
that's what I
that's
saw. Why
hilarious.
even bother? Why
I mean,
even bother?
that's really hilarious. I doubt anyone who buys this is intending on flipping, just because there's not many people out there sitting on 500 Ethereum to spend on a single NFT. But yeah, I mean, that set the tone. They were really clever. They did this before the mint. And I think, for me, I mean, no one really knew what the price volume was, what the price settlement was going to be, where it would settle. We now know it's around 9 ETH because that's where it's been for the last day or so. But everyone was like, oh my God, these could go to 15, 20, 25 Ethereum if you can sell a one of one for 500 Ethereum. So I think they were very clever in how they did that as well, and very lucky
Definitely.
that it went for so much.
Yeah, it brings a lot of hype to the project when there's special auctions and one of ones that go for a lot. It brings eyes to the project and it just brings credibility as well. Like you said, if somebody, oh wow, okay, somebody's gonna spend 500 ETH on this.
Yeah,
I guess I could spend 9 if
yeah.
I like to get in on that, you know?
It's the same as what we say when we see collections where the floor's 1 and we see a lot of rares going at 10.
Hmm.
It does add validity to the project, and so to here, it did the same thing. Um, it's interesting to look at slim hoods, right? Because I mean, these are
Yeah.
walking while they're running. These are cool, and they've recovered slightly. I mean, they really tanked. Look at that. I mean,
This
that's
was your ticket to the whitelist, right? You needed to have one of these
yes.
and a mood roller or something
Yeah,
like that.
but it
Yeah.
wasn't guaranteed. And
Okay.
so, I mean, I never grind. I don't have time to grind. I never grind. I went into the Discord every day and just said good morning. But that's my level. That for me is the same as a guy who's sitting there 20 hours a day. But
Yeah.
every single day I went in, I said good morning, guys, and had a 2-minute chat and then left. I don't know if that was part of it. I do know they had a lot of duplicates. So what happened was a lot of people tried to enter on one wallet and a second one of their wallets. I don't know how they picked that up. Maybe there's a way that you can see if someone transfers expensive NFTs from one wallet to another without paying gas. Quite a lot, you can assume that those are owned by the same person. I don't know, but they disqualified those people immediately, both the wallets. So yeah, I was 4,600 on the list. So I don't know if that was in priority,
Yeah.
but if it was, I just made it because there was 5,000 on the list. So yeah, I bought into Slim Hoods quite early. I think it was point 0.3, and I bought into Mood Rollers when it minted. I didn't have whitelist for Mood Rollers, and I bought one at 0.15 or something. And I knew that this was going to happen, that the Invisible Friends was coming, and I just held. They went all the way to 3 ETH. I mean, that's incredible. And that was the day of the snapshot. I mean, look at
Just
that.
dumped. Yeah. Dumped.
Wow. Yeah. Now they have hinted, not even hinted, they've outright said that there's going to be a 3D Invisible Friends as well as other collections, that the holder of all 3 will get priority, whatever that means. So I haven't sold my Slim Hoods or my Mood Rollers. I'm holding on to them. Whether I have an invisible friend by that stage is another question. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I really hope the reveal is not too long. If the
Yeah.
reveal is long, I might get out. I paid 8. If I sell it at 9, with about a 10% OpenSea and collection commission, I break even. I might be happy to break even, to be very honest, and then buy in again about a week before reveal. If they come back and say reveal is 30 days, that's what I'm going to
Yeah.
do. All right, so we got a question here, and seeing as though it's Freestyle Fridays, let's get it going. Oh,
We're both.
all right, Monique,
I got it. I got it. I'll take
you do
care of
it.
this. All
So
right. Yeah.
Kunim,
Enzo, Kunimals. Yeah, we actually covered them. We
we
did
did.
we did a video on them a couple weeks back as one of our up and coming projects, exciting projects. So we were excited about it at first, but then we started to see some things that there was a little bit of bad blood, I guess, between the father and the son. Jeff Coombs, I guess, didn't give him the blessing to do, his son the blessing to do this, and he just went ahead and did it anyways. So
Yeah,
I stayed away from it personally, and
me too. And
yeah,
we did, if you look here on the 17th, what was that, a week ago, we did put a note in our Discord under Kunimals, just saying there's more stuff that's come out since we featured. A lot more information has come out, raises some red flags. If you were thinking of minting, please read this first. And then we link to the NFT ethics article. And if anyone doesn't follow NFT ethics on Twitter, I highly suggest you do. But they were saying that they felt that there were some red flags with this, and then there was quite a long article on it. Mint price 1 ETH. I mean,
that's
is
crazy.
that was from the 17th? I don't know if they changed that. Enzo, was it still? Just let us know in the chat. Was it still 1 ETH? Because that's really really high. But this is what I saw, and I came across it through NFT ethics. Jeff Koons' broken family. Jeff Koons wishes he'd never fallen in love, said Andrew Anthony in London, of the London Observer. Sorry, in the late 1980s, the pop artist and sculptor became obsessed with the Italian porn star Ilona Stala after spotting her picture in an adult magazine. I was moved by the fantasy of the photographs.
The
Yes.
fantasy,
Um,
huh? The fantasy of the photographs.
yeah, it's like I used to look at Playboys for the articles, right?
Yeah,
They
it's
were,
my fan. I'm a fantasy fan, and I collect
yeah.
Playboys.
I like the background.
Yeah,
What is it when
the
the props
scenery
that
or
are
the
used?
props.
Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, they were really fairy tale like. Coons invited
Uh,
Starla to the US to model, and the couple fell in love. Ilona was very comfortable with her body, and that was liberating for Jeff. They married in 1991, and a year later they had a son, Ludwig. That's who's launched this collection. But the relationship soured. Koons filed for divorce in 92, and Starla fled to Rome with Ludwig. After months of trying, it's eventually able to see my son, but only for an hour and a half under armed guard. Today, Koons has little contact with Ludwig. My son has turned against me. As he
okay.
lost one child, he was reunited with another, and it carries on. So it seems like they have very little to no uh,
Contact.
contacts. And it did seem by how the project was presented that it was being done with his blessing. There was also at the time no website. We said we want to see the website. There was no mint price when we featured it. We said we wanted to see the mint price. There was also no team on Discord. We said we know it's Ludwig, but we also want to know who the rest of the team is. So it was I think a fair review at the time. We like the artwork, but we wanted to know more. But I just wonder.
They minted 0.25 and 0.3. So whitelist was 2.5 and the raffle was
So
0.3.
So whenever you have the situation, you're dead in the water, right?
Yeah,
If
and
you're
they
still
didn't mint.
minting,
They're still minting. Yeah, like
yeah, if you're still minting and the floor price is substantially under mint price, or even a little bit under, to be honest, but like this is if it were even 0.25, let's assume, that's about 20%, 25% under mint price. You're dead in the water. If this was my project, I would sweep the floor immediately and get, what is that, 5, 10, just buy 10, just to keep it above mint price, because anyone coming into this is, I mean, if I really want one, I'll buy one. Yeah, why will I mint it for more? Doesn't make any
yeah.
sense. So it does seem like, definitely if you have whitelist, I would not mint. If you really love the project, it doesn't look like it's going up, I would continue. I'm not just saying now that it's changed. I'm saying it generally with such a small amount of activity, it doesn't look like it's going to go up. Well, you could probably pick one up at very little, but unless you love the art, I don't think it's going to have longevity by the picture that I'm seeing over here. What do you think, Morland?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, personally, I thought the art was kind of cool. I liked the sculpture style 3D stuff.
Me too.
But then, yeah, once we heard all the stuff come out, I don't have time to deal with that or want to deal with that really.
Yeah.
So I said I'm out. But I mean, it would be a shame, to be honest, if this was it was a quality project and it just got sort of fudded into the ground. That would be a shame, but happens, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't know enough. Is
Yeah.
this the is this is definitely the dad's style of art, right? But I
Yeah.
doubt that these are the dad's drawings. So here's a young artist who happens to be the dad. You see, if it was me, and I was the son of a famous artist, and I wanted to launch an NFT project, and I didn't have the blessing of my father or whatever, or I never even asked my father, even let's say the father doesn't even know, so he hasn't said no, I wouldn't even mention it at all. I
Mhm.
wouldn't make it the whole thing. But he
Mhm.
even had an article on his dad's success on his Discord. I don't know if it's still there,
It looks like
um,
there's a video of him on the website too. Is that
of the dad.
Yeah, is that him?
Jeff Koons on Play-Doh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that doesn't sit well with me if there isn't permission. But the truth is that who knows what's going on behind the scenes? Who knows?
Yeah.
All we know is that there's enough FUD that's being created that regardless of what the real story is, and we might never know it, this collection, from what I'm seeing here, is not going to succeed.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Not
Unfortunately.
not many do, right? That
No, but I
whole
really like the art. I really do. I really
Yeah.
love this. And I think
I
it
would
really
love to
looks
have
good.
that as like a figurine, like a
Me
actual
too.
physical figurine. Those are cool
Yeah, for
for
sure.
sure. But
Definitely, definitely. So
they're
that was the
I don't
one.
think they're gonna get to that 5,555 mark. They haven't even got to
No.
500 yet. That's sad.
So then when I sold my invisible friend,
You
I
got
then
back in,
brought back
eh?
into CloneX.
You got back in. They keep dragging you back in.
I bought a Clone X. I had a good friend on the phone with me at the time, and it was very exciting. And yeah, I mean, I bought in at I think 12.4, and it's short term. Who cares what the floor is right now? This time I'm holding because I had a Clone X. I sold it at the very top pre-drop of these boxes, that crates that still haven't been opened. And so I sold at 18 Ethereum, not knowing that they would never dip lower than 13 or 12, and not knowing that the loot box would be valued at, or is sitting at, a floor price of 5.5 Ethereum. So effectively, after commission and everything, I'm literally back in the same position I was from a Clone X perspective,
Yeah.
because I've
But
since bought.
you
I
have the
bought the
box
loot
and
box.
yeah.
I paid 5 Ethereum for it, and I bought a clone at 12.4, which is 17.4. So selling at 18, I probably actually lost a bit,
Yeah, after all the
right?
fees and gas and everything.
Yeah, and then I had all
Uh,
those days of FOMO and wishing I hadn't sold.
but
So
now you're back in. You're back
I'm
in for
back in.
good. Back in
So
for good.
obviously hindsight's 2020, but something I did want to show you that I'm very excited about. Um, is, look what RTFKT put out today. Oh, here it is. They're
Oh,
gonna be. This is not.
ooh.
This is not what's in the boxes. This is something else
Is this
coming
for
out.
Sandbox? Is that for their Sandbox?
Yeah,
Or?
yeah, yeah. For the sandbox thing.
Oh, sweet. Yeah,
I
that's
mean, these
cool.
guys are not stopping. They are not stopping. They are
No,
going all out. They've just given you a 5 ETH airdrop after initially a 1 ETH airdrop, the very first pod. If you kept that pod, you got another airdrop for holding that pod, another 1 ETH, and a 5 ETH loot box. And now they come out a week later. They haven't even revealed the loot box yet. And they say, yes, we're working on the sandbox game to make all 20,000 clones as voxel avatars for clone owners. Bro,
that's
how's
awesome.
that?
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
man. So you're going to get your voxel clones. And then they also did a sneak peek of the sandbox thing. I'll show you
Like
here.
what their world would look like. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know this is your style.
No, that's cool.
Sorry, I got loud music. I can't hear you so well.
No, that's cool. That's really
Oh,
cool.
bro. Do you know what I think?
What's that?
Oh my god! I think these guys are what's in the bloody in the loot boxes.
The armor and stuff and the
No, no,
maybe
I'll show you. I'll go back there.
meta
Wow,
dungeon. So this is what their world's called, meta dungeon. That's cool.
I think so. This is all the information that's there. What I'm saying is
Oh, the
that I,
robot thing or
yeah, I think that might be what's in the loot box. Those guys, because they have been saying it's like a stone type thing. I
well
don't know.
that was a boss of some kind. It looked like a giant gorilla. Be
Let me
cool if it
just
was
pause
those
this.
robot things though.
I don't know so much. I don't know. I want
The
something
mi-
with a Nike logo.
the mystery. It's such a
Then
mystery.
for sure. Yeah, so that's quite cool. I'm excited to be back in the Clone X infrastructure, and this time I'm not selling, right?
Yeah.
And so I think talking about high value NFTs and talking about buying and selling and all the rest, I do think it's very important to acknowledge that since this thing with Russia and Ukraine has happened and been finalized, because it sort of was threatened, and then they said they're not going to invade. Russia said they're not going to invade Ukraine, and then literally the a few hours before they went in, they told them that they were going ahead with it, which in and of itself is horrible. I mean, imagine you're at a restaurant in the afternoon with your family, and that night you're rushing to get out.
Yeah.
But the world we live in is uncertain, and this adds a level of uncertainty to a already uncertain world. And even before this, COVID, that made us remember how everything could be turned upside down, and this has been a reminder of that. Now, surprisingly, the Ethereum price dipped all the way to 2,200 on the news of Russia and Ukraine, and has since bounced back to about 2.7, which is very surprising that it bounced so quickly. And NFTs have recovered to their pre-Russia news level. So mutants are sitting at 18 again, sort of like nothing happened. Everything dipped about 10-15% after already going down for a few days before that, and then now has come back. I do think it's important to just guide you guys through this from an NFT perspective, right? As much as I can, not financial advice. Do your own research and make your own decisions. But I do think number one, and I've been giving this a lot of thought. Number one is I think it's very important if you are financially using money that you require for necessities and for day-to-day life, or money that you need to that by using this money for NFTs, you are not able to do the normal things you would do in your normal life. I think now would be a great opportunity once it's bounced to get out, and get that ETH out as well, convert it back to dollars and put it in your bank account, because you don't know what tomorrow holds. And we always say the space is very risky, but this adds a layer of risk to a already risky space. Now, we do know that when there's big global things like war and stuff like that, cryptocurrency tanks. I mean, that's what happens. And that's exactly because of what I said, because there's already risk in cryptocurrency. And now you add more risk to that with the global climate. And it's all of a sudden too much risk for most sane people out there. And people get out all at the same time. So number one, if you're playing with money that is not even if you, I'm not even saying you need it to eat. That's obvious. Even if there was nothing going on, I'm saying that you having sleepless nights. It's enough money compared to how much you have out of NFTs that you are concerned about or fixated on floor price of particular collections and things like that, to the point that you know how important this is. If this goes south, the NFT side, then you're in big trouble financially. If that's the case, I think this is the perfect opportunity to get out, and I would get out and run immediately, because this Russia-Ukraine thing is not over. It's just begun. And all we need is for world powers to get involved. And this could really be a world war. And Russia's a huge force to be reckoned with from a military perspective. This is very shaky ground. So from my side, I just wanted to get that out there. However, if you're playing with money that you do not need, and of course you don't want to piss away any amount of money, but if everything went to zero tomorrow, your life would not change in any way whatsoever, your normal life, and you would carry on and be fine. In that case, what I'm doing, because I'm in that circumstance, is I used yesterday when the price drops, and we posted it on our Discord. So at 2.3, I bought a fortune of Ethereum, a big amount. Number one. Number two, I bought into some collections that I've been watching. So I didn't want to do. I just bought a Clonex the day before. Let's just keep it in perspective. And I just bought it back into Invisible Friends when the news came, and they went to 8. Okay, so I'd spent a lot of ETH on blue chips. Okay, so then I didn't want to get a cool cat or whatever. Even though they were sitting at 7, they're now back to 9. But I bought into Cool Pets. I got a Cool Pets at 1.2 something, which was an absolute steal. So again, we say if you can't get into the main collection, get into the sub collection. And I did the same with Gutter Cats. I got a rat, which is their sub collection, also at 1 ETH. I haven't seen it at 1 ETH for months and months and months. So I did that as number one. So I used it as an opportunity to buy into collections that I've been waiting for the floor to dip. Number two, I carefully went through my entire portfolio, which is 300 NFTs. And any NFT that I had any niggly doubt about, if I wasn't sure what they were up to, I went into their Discord. I probably spent about 10 hours and I went through my entire NFT collection. Anything that I felt uneasy or I saw anything that threw me off, I listed at below floor. And I got out. So I was able to get about 3 or 4 ETH out. So I'm talking smaller collections. This I sold for 0.07, even though I paid 0.2. And, this one, I just got out. That's what I would advise anyone who does have the liquidity to ride this out in NFTs, is not going to need the money that they've got in NFTs, and is happy to ride this out because it will recover, and it always does. I would trim my collection to the real long-term potential projects and get rid of anything speculative, because those are going to really struggle. So that's just my take on it and what I did personally, and I hope that gives you a bit of guidance. Moreland, on your side, what do you think? Anything that you want to add?
I agree. Personally, I have like my few that I really do want to hold on to and I'm not getting rid of. I listed a few actually just the other day that I just want to get some liquidity back. But I agree, it's very uncertain times, and a lot of times that's sort of the time that people get rich as well, right? So when there's fear, it's also a time of opportunity, but just know what your own risk tolerance is and have a plan, have an entry and an exit strategy, whether it's in coins or in an NFT as well. And like you said, you sometimes you might have to be okay with taking a loss just to get that liquidity out and have it a little more secure, because we do really not know, and we're in new territory every single day in the NFT space is new territory, right? Like it's very unprecedented space. It's only been at this hype and this peak for about a year or so, right? So yeah, just be safe out there, guys, and make sure you take your time, do your research, and do what's right for you. Don't let any FOMO things or anyone else's decisions sway you. You have to do what's right for you and for the people in your lives. So, yeah.
And obviously, if we've got any followers or listeners in Ukraine, our deepest love and thoughts and prayers to you and your family. And yeah, we hope this passes as quickly as possible. It's really terrible. And when you're so far removed from it, it's almost not real. It's very hard to understand. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw some pictures of dads for being called up to go into the army, saying goodbye to their children, not knowing if they'd see their children again. I've seen pictures in the media, I'm sure everyone's seen them, of mothers, carrying 3 babies, one under everywhere, and just what they can on their back. And I mean, for me personally, as a parent, that's what touched me. But I do think that, and a husband, but I do think that everyone who looks at these pictures will identify in some way and be able to realize how terrible and how life-altering what's happening to these people in Ukraine is at the moment. So from our side, we just send love, and as I say, hopefully it ends soon and ends up, being something that we look back on and say, look, thank God that only was a quick whatever. But yeah, not really, really horrible.
Yeah.
So I do want to just look at the Ethereum price for my own sake as well, because I haven't checked in on it recently. I saw a bit earlier what it was. And then let's look at OpenSea volume. And then let's look at some of the daily charts on OpenSea and go through some collections. Guys, this is Freestyle Friday. If you've got anything you want us to look into or any NFT-related questions, please ask in the chat. If you can't see the chat, come onto YouTube rather. Find us on YouTube, the NFT show. Sometimes you have to type in Morland or Philip because it's quite a common name. But yeah, I mean, here you can see it. It really does tell a story. Went all the way down to...
I missed that juicy dip because it was in the middle of the night at my time. You're lucky.
Yeah.
You were lucky.
And I got in here. I'm not even joking with you. I mean, that's always my buy level is 2.3. I mean, it could have gone to 1.5. It could still go to 1.5 with what's happening. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Just because it seems to be over for today, who knows what tomorrow is going to bring? That's the point. It literally could go to 1.7, 1.5. That's why if you've got, if you're in over your head and you're not comfortable to lose what you got, get out. So interesting, very interesting. It stabilized so quickly. Even the markets, the US markets, the NASDAQ, everything was back today. Quite a lot. As if nothing's going on, which is really like, I don't know. I think a day is not enough.
Maybe it's just the calm before the storm, so to speak.
It really could be. That's why I'm saying just be extra cautious. So if we have a look at the monthly volume so far, February is a short month. We've only got a couple of days left. We're sitting on 3.2 billion US dollars. Compare that to last month, which is not a month to compare it to because this was really just exceptional, was just under $5 billion. Compared to August, which was the next best month that we've ever had in NFTs on OpenSea, which was 3.4. So yeah, I mean, it looks like we might not even get there. We'll probably just get there because it's on average doing, well, let's look at a full day, just 100,000. What's that? 100 million, $100 million a day. I know that that's a lot of money, but I'm saying compare that, and I know I'm comparing to the absolute high, to 250 million a day. I mean, the picture in and of itself tells a story, right?
Yeah.
Overall, there's definitely this downward trajectory going on, and this was even before the world news that we received. So, yeah, definitely be cautious. Yeah.
We got a comment here. Turtletown NFT. I haven't even heard of it. Mint was 0.0225, and it's at a 0.1. It's already 4x'd. Excuse me.
I don't that's know what one this thing. Is. It hasn't 4x because by the time you sell and take gas into account, if you sell at 1, you'll probably end up netting about zero point 0.6 because of what you paid to buy it initially in gas, and then the 10% from OpenSea in the collection. So yeah, I mean maybe a 2 to 3x.
Yeah,
Is this it? Yeah,
I
Turtle Town
think
NFT
so. I just looked that one up.
0.085. Let's have a look at it. I also hadn't heard of it.
I haven't heard of it at all.
Welcome to the
Yeah,
home of
just
Turtle Town NFT. Discover the best items in collection.
their
It doesn't look
website.
like it's minted. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's minted out to me. It just is a weird number, 6,328. So let's have a look. Minting is live.
What's on their? I'm on their website as well. I just can't. I can't see how many.
So first of all, there was a free mint of the first 1,000. Just trying to see a number of collection size. Maybe Giovanni, if you know, tell us how big their collection is supposed to be.
Yeah, it doesn't have a number on their website at all.
Let's have a look at these guys here.
That's a really cheap mint. That's
Free.
for sure. Yeah. Free
Well,
and then 0.025.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the people involved, there's no one notable, very small followings. And obviously, guys, this is not fair to do because he wants me to click on the bit button. Okay, Giovanni, only because I know you from our Discord. Otherwise, it's like, okay, click on the bit now. Sign.
That just sign.
Just sign there. But I trust Giovanni, so let's do it.
That's funny.
10,000. Okay, so they're still minting.
10,000.
They cheated a bit because they gave away 1,000 free. That created a bit of FUD and FOMO because people saw. Oh yeah, look, quite incredible. I mean, I give it to them. Incredible to be at that floor price from such a low mint price. Question is why aren't more people minting? Just think about it. How much is gas? If I buy one now and then I try sell it, let's say I sell it at 0.08. Let's say I pay 2.5% to OpenSea, worst case 10% to the collection. So let's just call it 10% overall. So then I net 0.75. What is gas looking like at the moment? It's quite low. So let's say 0.1 in gas is 0.65. So you could make not public yet.
Oh, it's only whitelist.
Wow. Okay, that changes everything. Yeah, so you could come out with 0.06, right? So yeah, I mean, do that all day. Mint 3 of them, and you walk away with 0.12 over the 3 of them, which is great.
Are they selling? Like people are buying secondary? Yeah, man. Well, they are.
What is the volume there on secondary?
Well, right, they've made 1,400 sales already. Average price is 0.05.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, that's
probably all the people. The lower price was probably everyone that minted for free, putting it up at like 0.05 or something, double the mint price.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing
still 83 ETH immediately is substantial for such a low floor project. If you're thinking of doing this, I wouldn't. I mean, usually this is the top. You're too late to get in now anyway. For this type of circumstance, because remember, there's still another 3,600 that are going to come onto the market at 0.25, where guys will be happy to sell at 0.8 all day. So yeah, I would wait. But if you can mint when the public comes in, gas isn't too bad because gas could throw you out completely in this situation. Then it definitely looks interesting for a flip. I haven't looked into it enough to know whether it's long term, but just looking at the team, it doesn't. I don't know. I mean, listen, there's guys who with no background who end up being doing well. So who knows? But yeah, definitely interesting. Thank you for bringing it to us, Giovanni.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. The free mint, and yeah, it's well on its way to selling out if it's only been whitelist so far. So
yeah,
cool.
Very cool. Then Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, you got in on this too, didn't you?
I did. I got whitelist from Jadu Hovercrafts because I have a Jadu hovercraft. We actually brought it to you. I did mention that I was bullish on it. I think in the 0.5 ETH projects to buy, existing projects to buy, because they're collabing with CyberKongs, and all these 3D voxel collections are going to them to have their collection fly on hovercrafts. Anyway, they got whitelist for the entire community. So if anyone from Jadu is listening, a big shout out. You had to go to Sandbox to mint. You had to have sand. So it was my first purchasing of sand experience.
Nice.
Yeah. So
That's
I
a good
bought some
token to hold, actually, by the way.
sand, I'm sure.
Sand is gonna
Yeah.
be a good one to hold for your
With all the
long-term
metaverse
bags.
stuff. I
Yeah.
agree. So I bought some sand, and I went to mint, and it said that you could mint up to 10. And the floor already was like half a ETH, and the mint price was 0.2. If you converted it, it was 150 sand. So your boy then minted one, and then everyone in the Discord was asking Jadu, like, can we mint more? Because the site says up to 10. And they were all saying, look, give everyone a chance. So I very brazenly and honestly said, look, I'm not giving anyone a chance. If I can mint more than one, yes, I'm greedy, I'm going to mint more than one. So I went, and no one else had done it, and I converted sand, another 150 sand worth, and I tried to mint it. It said you'd already minted. So I did a screenshot and I sent it to everyone. And I said they all owe me gas because no one else bloody tried. So I flipped mine immediately, again, relatively immediately at about 1 ETH, if I'm correct. I think even more.
Yeah, I think
You
that's
can
what
have a look.
you were telling me. You were above 1 ETH.
1.14, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I sold it there, and then I was really wanting to get back in because I believe I like Snoop, and he's been very involved in the space, the NFT space.
Big time.
And his son is very involved. And, we said it yesterday, if anyone, here's my cool pets, which I've already listed at 1.9 because, did I sell it? Wow.
Yeah, sold.
Activity 2 hours ago. I haven't even checked it. Wow. I bought it at 1.2 or something. Anyway, let's just go to my Snoop. You can see anything I'm uncertain of, I'm doing a lot of getting rid of. I can't believe it sold so quickly. So that just shows you the opportunity in buying yesterday when everyone was selling. And then I just listed it yesterday, 1.96. I thought half the ETH after gas and everything. And incredible. Yeah, I can't believe that. I really can't. So I sold it. So I minted, sold it at 1.18 pretty much straight away. Also was like the local talk. So I'm learning a strategy. Like the sooner you can buy and sell, the more you get from a mint, from a whitelist mint. The quicker you can do it. So obviously, if you're unsure of the project, don't do it because it might only sell 100 and then you're stuck with the NFT that you can't sell. But anything hyped, really hyped, be one of the first, wait for that clock to turn whatever o'clock, mint, list, and get in and try get out. And then you can buy back in. I mean, you can even see now it's sitting at 0.7. So then what happened was the next day, Jadu said, okay, it's going to be public now. And I said, hold on, can we buy another one? Can we buy in public? He said, yeah. So I went on. Snoop broke Sandbox. I even posted about it. Sandbox was completely done. You couldn't get on at all. And then it ended saying you number 5,700 in the queue. Yeah, wait for 3 hours in the queue to get in. But I had it open in a different browser, a few windows. I was refreshing, and one of them just popped up, and it said, how did you want to mint? And I said, 1, thank you, because I knew that you could only mint 1. They were originally going to let you mint 10, and I bought another one at 0.2, which I'm holding because I really do like the collection. So it was a really amazing play for me. I managed to get about 0.8 Ethereum out of it. So I've more than paid for the one I minted. Yeah. And I'm sitting with
you're
the
back
NFT.
in.
So yeah, it really worked very nicely. So I've now got doggy number 9869, which I didn't even realize. I was actually so close to not getting it. So yeah, man, I really that was the mint, the public mint was the same night as Invisible Friends.
Yeah, you had a
So
crazy night.
that was a good night. That was a good night, flipping wise. So we'll see what happens. Should we look at what's trending?
Yeah, let's see what's on the three landers. There it is.
Yeah.
It's at the top.
Wow. Yeah, so I do know they mentioned that a very established NFT consultancy firm was taking the lead with them.
Okay.
OX, I don't know if you've heard of them. I saw it on Twitter actually just by chance because I follow 3D Landers. Let me just find it so I can give you the correct information. And I think that's been the catalyst for this. Yeah. We're happy to announce and fully confirm that OX Studio will continue to build us a long-term partner. What does this mean?
Well, they said they didn't have a roadmap, right? So I
Yeah.
guess that this fills in the roadmap gap, right?
So
brings confidence to the project.
OX Studio has been instrumental in our project. Their team has enabled excellence throughout our entire process, from idea stage to launch and reveal. Pushing the best, OX Studio has not only contributed on tech, but also on collection, curation, expanding community activities, and collaborating with us on ideas and initiatives. In the coming days and months, OX Studio will play an important role in co-shaping the future of 3D Landers as a project. We have already had a number of meetings post-launch, and we are discussing it. Ambitious. We actually covered this project yesterday after post-mint, and we were saying that we see a lot of notable people in it, and this is probably why. They knew that that OX Studios was involved. We didn't. Just want to see, have you heard of OX Studios? We're going to make us look stupid because we haven't, but
it looks familiar to me, yeah. But I
wonder
don't know
what
why. I don't know why it does.
So now the good thing to do is to follow OX Studio and to just buy into anything they have their finger in. I mean, because it's not just 3D Landers. The 3D Landers announcement makes it sound like they were very instrumental in other really good projects. The art's beautiful, but I've never heard of that. Never heard of that. Again, doesn't mean anything if I haven't heard of it. There's like so many projects. All Clone,
they
Clone
got
X
Clone X
advertisers.
holders. Interesting.
Yeah. So 3D Landers looking good. Makes me want to sell, bro.
Yeah, I mean, might be a good time.
You see, when it's going up, you think it's going to go to 100 ETH.
You keep thinking it's going to keep
and
going.
When it's going, and when it's going down, you're like, why the hell did I sell when it was at its top? And it's so difficult to know. But I think this news is bullish. And I mean, let's have a look if I should sell or not. I bought in at 1.3, if I'm not mistaken, about a week ago. It is very close to there. I might be out by 0.1 or something either way, but it is somewhere around there. Let's just check what's going on here. Okay, whatever. A lot of activity, as we know. The floor is pretty thin. I mean, not thick. Activity. Definitely pumping at the moment.
Catch that wave. Catch that wave. You can see it when you
look how high some of these went. Is it coming down now? Looks like
no. The last one to mint was 308. The 3 minutes ago, it just minted 308.
Not minted, sold.
Or sold rather, sold. Yeah, 308.
But the floor currently is 2.45, is what I'm saying. Yeah, you're getting some more sales there. I just want to see rarity here quickly. I've just loaded ERC rarity sniper.
How are you gonna list it?
I just want to see the rarity of the ones that are selling for above floor.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's a top 10% there. Those two were floors. That's a top 20%, which explains it. This was a top 15%. Top 27%. I mean, there was a 4 ETH sale. Why? Yeah, 8.4 ETH for a top 6%.
There's a 4 and a couple 3s down there.
Yeah, but that's a really good deal for whoever sniped that. I mean, that's really, look here. You can see it
Yeah.
double the for the same price. I don't know what rarity mine is. I've got to let's have a look here. I don't think mine's very rare at all because I bought a floor. Okay, so I actually paid more than I thought. I paid 1.69, and mine's not rare at all. But he's cool, hey?
Yeah, I like it.
Sorry, he went. He's got the 3L punk on his hair.
On his mohawk.
Yeah, I like branding in the shirt. I like that when that happens. I mean, I got some rare traits here, it seems, but
Mm-hmm.
the overall rarity is hopeless. Let's just see if this particular trait is selling for more than the floor. A little bit above the floor. I mean, let's see my other rare trait. This is
The
so the
cute
T-shirt
eyes.
is what's a bit, and then the cute version.
Eyes.
Yeah, so if you look there, 2.9, and the floor's 2.5. How many are listed here? If we go by now, let's just have a look. We've
Almost
got a lot
1,600.
listed, but let's say from 2.45, just change it to ETH, just out of interest until it gets to the 3 mark. How many are there? There's a lot,
Yeah.
because that's not even a full ETH. And then let's just see here to 3.5. Because guys are just trying to take profits. So what do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking because of my cute eyes and my T-shirt, I might list him at 2.99. And if it
Yeah.
sells, I'm happy to buy one without that T-shirt. But it does look to me like the price is trending down at the moment. There's definitely
I was gonna
yeah.
say like 2.7, 2.8, and then gotta
Yeah, I
clear
don't.
you an ETH or something from it, and I don't know.
I do want to be in the project. Just to clarify, I really do believe in it quite a lot long term, especially now with this news. So, I don't want to just get rid of it. How did I
Yeah.
find it? But if it makes sense with a thick floor of 2.45, 200 until 3, if someone likes my eyes and buys it, I can quickly
Yeah.
buy back in on the floor.
There could be
So
somebody trying to snipe rare attributes or something.
let's do a live listing. Always do like a weird number because everyone lists at 2.99. So I'd like to do something weird so that yours comes before the 50 sitting between 2.9 and 3. Okay, well, with that said, no, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Who knows? I mean, again, also with what we said in the beginning with the current climate and what's going on in the world, if I can clear a quick ETH,
Why not?
yeah. What is this new updated gas estimate? Don't like change. Gas is high. Yeah, gas is high. There must be something big minting at the moment. Anyway, we'll get that one listed. Okay, so 3 landers sitting at the top of the 7-day chart, which is quite impressive. It's not like it's just the 24-hour chart. Tubby Cat, I did hear about this one. It was a stealth mint initially, and then I think they went to auction, if I'm not mistaken. Or
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I heard some things about it that weren't so good. That it was like um, yeah, like some kind of weird auction thing. But I don't fully know, so I'm not gonna speak on it. I don't want to FUD anything. I'm not too sure on what's going on with it.
I'm not sure. Our friends at Invisible Friends, these good old MFers are just keep holding their ground here quite
Still
nicely.
holding.
Yeah, I don't know enough about the project to give any sort of insight on it or anything. Yeah, Board Ape Yacht Club.
It's down a
Yeah,
bit.
so they
Yeah.
were no, but compared to yesterday, it's up quite a lot. I think it was as low as
Eight.
70.
Was it around
7
80
no,
yesterday or?
I think even lower, bro. When that
Damn.
Russian news came out, everything just went. You see, now it's recovered a lot. That's a big recovery.
Yeah.
88 ETH. Yeah, look here. 75,
75.
75 again, 75. I mean, these were sitting at 125 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wow. 569 ETH for a top 2%. 72, someone accepted an offer. That guy got a great deal. Yeah, so it went as low as the low 70s. I mean, he has a 73.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've recovered really, really nicely. Obviously, not back to where they were, but definitely a pump back.
Just shows the strength of the project, though, right? To just have that crash and then boom, right back up the very next day. Shows the
Yeah. Well,
strength of it
NFT
as a
worlds I saw at 12. If I had 12 ETH and I wasn't spending it on other stuff, uh, I knew that was a buy at 12. And
Yeah.
it's back to almost 18 again. Azuki unfazed by anything in the world. This project is like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks old, and has been sitting over 10 ETH consistently, just like hold my beer, Russia. I'm not moving, and it
Yeah.
really is quite incredible. Yes, it is a bit down from the 14, but still, I mean, I think yesterday I did see it dip under 10. To be honest, I was looking at all the blue chips yesterday. And I could be wrong. I just seem to remember that. Let's just have a quick look there, and just out of interest. But definitely a case study for, buying into good projects. Wow. I don't know. Someone made a mistake there. That's for sure. Accepted a
I didn't
6
probably
ETH
didn't mean
offer.
to accept that.
Yeah. I just want to get to about 10 hours. So there's 11 sale price. 11.5, 10.9, 10.88, 10.77, 10.5, 10.5, 10 consistently. 1, 2, 3 at 10, 4, 5. Yeah, look at that. 9.9,
9.4 on one there.
9.95. Yeah, so it did. It dipped under 10 yesterday, has bounced back, which is good to see. Cat blocks, we spoke about that yesterday with the Puma collab. That's not exclusive to cat blocks. Good old Clone X, which went as low as 10. I've been watching it very closely, went as low as 10.
Yesterday, right?
Mutants, yeah. Mutants have recovered, but also went to 15, which is like incredible. Good old Snoop Doggy Dog there. Star Catchers, which was really hyped. I don't know. I didn't even bat an eyelid here. I wasn't not so interested in it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I didn't look into it too much either. I saw all the hype, but I don't know. Just wasn't it for me.
Yeah, you could have picked up a cool catch yesterday for 6 Ethereum, when 6.5, when all of this was happening. And now it's back to 8, over 8. Tasty Bones has recovered. They were sitting at 0.8. How do you say the Suki? We covered it.
Suki, yeah. Tales of
Suki.
Suki.
Cool Pets. I can't believe that. Incredible. I'm a little bit sad. I was actually quite happy to be in there. I wanted to say something here. What was it? Skuck's verse. We've been consistently. I brought this to you when we said about NFT worlds pumping, that there's opportunities in projects that haven't pumped yet. These guys are a huge opportunity. They own, I think, I don't know if it's 30 NFT worlds or 10. One of the two. I can tell you. I can tell
20
you
or
quickly.
30
I know
or
it's a big. I know it's a big difference. Let me show. Let me give you proper facts here. But I'm still bullish at this price. I actually bought another one at half an ETH yesterday. I'm very, very bullish on this project. I've got too many here. I have sorted it in land, and then I'm looking for Skucks. Let's just see here what they're going to say for themselves. While I'm reading, what do you have to say, Nolan?
I'm just looking at one of my listings and realized that I had an offer over the listing price and I
Oh,
didn't see it, and the offer is gone. So that kind of sucks.
I hate that.
I would have I definitely would have accepted that offer as well. Shoot.
Sorry, man.
That's all good. I don't know why I didn't see
You know
the
what's even worse?
email.
And don't look. If you
Yeah.
look at it, and the other guy who bought it from you accepted that offer. So I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, yeah,
that's a strategy in and of itself.
yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, I
How
wish
many
it would
worlds do
just
these guys have? They were saying
wish this thing would just sell and get out of my wallet so I can get the ETH
20,
back, but
27 NFT worlds.
okay.
And the
Wow.
next closest competitor has got 11. So and they're going to be the sixth game that's going to go live with the world token. So for me, I'm still very very bullish on this project. I think that this is still a great entry point. I did when we covered it about 2 weeks ago. I managed to get one at point two, a floor one, and then I bought in yesterday. It's actually gone down a bit. I bought in at half a ETH when I read what I just showed you. So I'm still bullish on this. If you guys, you've missed the Grey Boys boat, which is pumped also as a result of NFT Worlds and the same founders as NFT Worlds. I think Skux Verse is definitely one that is worth looking into if you want to get into this metaverse type NFTs. This is one of the best ones if you have half a ETH. Then we did also put on our Discord a list of any project that has bought in NFT worlds. And so if they only have one or two worlds, they're sitting at a 0.1. So there's entries across the board. If you haven't already, please come into our Discord. It's all free. If you don't know where that is, in the description of this video on YouTube is the links to our Discord and all our other links, as well as on the banner, there's a Discord. So if you haven't already, please do come and join us in our Discord, and there you'll see, if just ask anyone where the spreadsheet is with all the projects that own NFT worlds, and you can find entries at whatever price point you want. Our good old friends Clementines, Metaverse, another great
Land play.
yeah.
Good land play for sure. The metaverse land plays actually would have been a really good buy yesterday on the dip. Like any like land that you were sort of having your eye on, that would have been a perfect time to
Well,
snag some.
there's going to be more dips.
Oh,
That's the bottom
for
line.
sure.
So that's what we've been saying: is make a list, bookmark them. Here's mine, NFTs to buy. There we go. There they are. And open when the market crashes. You go open all 50, and go
And
out,
you
go
just go
shopping.
nuts. Bye,
Yeah,
bye,
well,
bye.
I do monitor them, so I know what the floor price is and where it should be. And well, in my mind, I've got ideas of where I want to be on all of them. But even Grey Boys hit 1.2 yesterday. Well, what an awesome buy! It's similar to Cool Cat Pets. Just a quick 0.7 ETH. Obviously, we had no idea the markets were gonna recover so quickly.
Yeah.
Again, we have no idea tomorrow they might tank again. That's why I am receptive to taking some profits. So yeah, guys, that's the top 50 on OpenSea. I don't know, Mollett, anything else before we say goodbye?
Just I had a quick PSA, I guess. Just be careful out there, guys. There's lots of scams happening. We're seeing more and more often that they're getting craftier and craftier. So just, be safe out there. Couple discords I'm in, we've seen some people getting hacked and losing some expensive NFTs. So, just stay safe out there with your collections. Use a ledger if you can, and yeah, that's my my little warning to everyone out there. And it's just something I thought, because I've seen literally in the last 2 days I've spoken with two different people that have had their wallets drained. So yeah, just be careful what you're doing out there for sure. And yeah, as always, we're sending love to everyone out there, and we'll be back next week, same
Yeah,
time,
for
same
sure.
channel.
100%. Thank you for tuning in, guys.
See you later.
Ciao.